A teacher humiliates a fifth grader for reading the Bible during the free reading time in class. Listen to the message the teacher left for the kids' parents.
I noticed that he has a book, a religious book, in the classroom. He's not permitted to read those books in my classroom.
Okay, join us right now is fifth grader Giovanni Rubeo, along with his dad, Paul, and their attorney, Jeremy Dice, joins us from the Liberty Institute. Good morning to all you guys.
Good morning,
Good morning.
Steve.
All right, so now I understand, Paul, that back in April, well, let me back up. Giovanni, you got the Bible as a gift from your church, right, around Christmas time?
Yes.
And why did you decide you wanted to read the Bible during your free reading times?
Because I just love reading the Bible when I'm allowed to read it.
All right. Apparently, the school had given you some trouble in the past. And Paul, you went into the principal, talked to the principal, I believe in April, is that right? And got a letter that said he can read it during free time?
I had spoke to them numerous times. In March, they had told him to put it away a couple of times. And he came home and said, "Hey, Dad, they're telling me to put away my Bible." And I told him that they can't do that.
Sure. Exactly. So a couple of days ago, Giovanni, your teacher says you got to put that away, and you don't. And then what did you ask her to do?
I asked her to call my father.
Mm-hmm. And she called your dad and said that you couldn't, go ahead. And why do you think she said you had to put your Bible away?
Because she just didn't want me reading it.
Paul, why is it that teacher didn't want your son reading his Bible during free reading time?
That I can't answer. It seemed they were very hostile about the whole thing. And I found that the voice message just kind of speaks for itself.
Well, it does. And I understand none of the other students were queried what they were reading at the time. So let's go ahead and bring in the attorney right now, Jeremy Dice. Jeremy, what's going on here? Why do you think the school's got a problem with the Bible?
You know, it's a hard question to answer, but what we do know is that students across America are permitted to read their Bible while they're at school, especially during free time and free reading periods like this. The Bible is not contraband, and it shouldn't be treated as such. And for a teacher to single out a student for simply reading his Bible during a time when they can read, apparently, any book that they want to is just an egregious violation of the Constitution.
Absolutely. We've got a statement from the school board. They say Broward County Public Schools respect and uphold the rights of students to bring personal religious materials to school, including the Bible, and to read these schools before school, after school, or during any free reading time during the school day. Now, Giovanni, one of the things is, I read in the local news source down there in Florida that apparently the school said that that was not a free reading time. You were supposed to be reading some other assigned book. Is that right?
No, that's not right at all.
So it was definitely free reading. And Paul, you had received word that during free reading time it would be okay for your son to read his Bible.
Yes, I have received that.
Okay. So what do you want from the school?
Right now, all we want is a written apology. If you made a mistake, be diligent enough to admit it, and everybody can move on, and just allow my son and all the children in the entire school district to have that freedom to read their Bible if they choose to do so during free reading time.
And Jeremy, that's fair, right?
I would think so. For the largest school district in the United States to be able to walk across the street and simply say, "We're sorry that our teacher decided to try to remove the Bible during a free reading period," I don't think that's a tall order to ask. Students in America are permitted to read their Bible while they're at school.
Sure. Well, we should point out that Giovanni is no longer in that teacher's classroom. He's been moved to another one as he concludes the year. All right, Giovanni and Paul and Jeremy, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Steve.